In your hat.
My belly.
Yeah, your belly.
I farted.
Good enough.
Thank you. Like and subscribe. Good job.
We've had a bunch of requests and people wanting to know how our solar system is doing and how we're getting along with it, and basically how it's, I guess, functioning. You know, because we live 100% on solar power, as you can see. I'll show you in a second, but there's no AC whatsoever coming in the house from outside sources. It's all right here out of this GroWatt right here. All the power we use comes out of this GroWatt. Right now, it's actually 20 minutes after 1 in the afternoon. Okay, and our batteries, I'll show you the state of charge here in just a second. We have our energy meter in there that everybody sees on their wall all the time. You can see that the battery is 100%. We're still charging it, I guess like a trickle charge, like 8 amps, 9 amps, and running the house. So that's pretty good for winter time. Our batteries are pretty much 100% charged. Even though it's still winter time, the solar panels don't perform like they should. That's the reason that I'm going to be adding more solar panels probably this coming up year. I do want to say that in January, we're going to be upgrading our battery bank. Again, I'm going to add another cabinet and 6 more batteries. 600 more amp hours worth of server rack EG4 batteries. That'll be coming up in January, so we'll have video out on that and the install and stuff like that and how it performs. But right now we have 12 EG4 server rack batteries. As you can see, there's 12 of them. There's 2 cabinets. These things are actually, if you look on them real carefully, they're actually 24-volt batteries. But I've got them series together to make a 48-volt battery. So that's 1 battery, 2 batteries, 3 batteries. Instead of 6, I have 3 48-volt batteries. But the way the math is added up, it's 100 amp hours per battery. So I got 600 and 600, so I have 1,200 amp hours of batteries in here. Okay, and then there's like 60 kilowatts of storage between the two. So when I add another rack and 6 more batteries, it'd be, what, 90 kilowatts of storage and 1,800 amp hours. But that's coming up in January, so just kind of hang on with us and stay tuned for that video to come out. We will be putting that out as soon as I get the batteries. Alright, but right now, just an update on everything. That's what I'm trying to do. This GroWatt is a 12K GroWatt. Knock on wood, this thing right here, the GroWatt brand is probably one of the best things I've ever bought. I'm going to, eventually I want to go with the EG4, the new 12K that they just come out with. I will be adding one of those soon, probably pretty soon. But I'm going to keep this one as a backup. I want something, I want redundancy. Like if this one goes out, I have another one. So that's the whole purpose of it. And that's kind of the reason I stick with 24-volt batteries, is because we have some 24-volt inverters. So if this right here was to take a crap today, I can unseries these things, I can throw my 24-volt charger back on the wall, and we got power. I mean, it's pretty much that simple. So I'm going to get another one inverter, not like this GroWatt. This is really good, but as you can tell, them fans sound like a jet engine taking off. It don't stay on long, it just comes on, cools it down. Alright, as far as this thing, I highly recommend this thing. I really do. I know that they got the new EG4s that come out better, just better everything, supposedly, you know, I don't know. But this thing right here has been a tank. It performs everything in the house, it runs it flawlessly. But with the GroWatt brand and LED lights, you will get light flicker. Say like if you kick something on, I'm trying to explain, I'm trying to figure it here, but say like the mini split. When the mini split kicks on, you'll get, like in the kitchen, you'll get like just a little bit of light flicker. Just barely enough to notice it. It doesn't, I mean, we're used to it. It's just real, I guess real minute, but yeah, I do notice it. But that's with the GroWatt brand. Every GroWatt I've ever had does that. I don't know about the EG4s, I don't know, I ain't have one yet, but I want to get one. Okay, and then we have 12 panels going into this GroWatt. Okay, and they're series together to make, let's see here, 54 volts and 7 amps coming in from the PV right now. 385 watts. So, okay, 60 hertz output. Load is 4.2%, so we're not running hardly anything. 300 watts to run the house right now. Let's see right here. I'll just scroll through the settings if you want to see. If you notice something you want to see, just kind of pause the video and check it out. But as I said, 54 volts on the panels right now. I don't have those coming into this. I didn't series them the way they need to be series because I had them wired up for the Midnight Solar and for the Outback. Okay, I only have 12 panels in this. I have 12 panels in this Midnight Solar. These things right here, I don't think Signature sells these things. Matter of fact, I know they don't. But the Midnight Classics, these things right here are just old timers go to right here. So if you know anything about solar, you know something about Midnight Solar charge controllers. This is the classic 150. So I've always had this thing. I've had this thing probably, what, 15 years, something like that. Mm-hmm. And I put it on everything, no matter what. But it's got 12 panels going into it. It's charging 10 amps right now into the batteries. And it's set up, all this is 48 volt now. Okay, and this thing right here, the 500 volt charge controller, it's a 500 volt, it'll handle up to 500 volts of solar, and it'll charge up to 100 amps. And this thing right here, I've got 24 panels into this thing. Yeah, 12, 24, right? No, I have 12 panels into this, but they're all series together. That's what it is. And which makes, like, I want to say, it's got like 382 watts coming into it right now. So, but when it's full sun in the summer, it'll hit like 460, 470. Okay, but anyway, this thing right here is I'm gonna have 2 more of these. I'm gonna add 12 more panels on this side of the house, and then 12 panels on this side of the house, catch the morning, evening sun in the winter time. And I'll have one of these for each array of 12, for each string of 12. So I have 2 more of these. So as far as the solar system itself, I can't say enough good things about Signature Solar. Their tech support when ordering, the suggestions, I mean, they help you in any way they can. They have a whole tech team out there that'll kind of help you come up with your system, help you design your system. I just grab what I want, you know what I mean, like something I want to experiment with. I don't link my batteries together. The cables, I don't use none of that. I don't use none of the interface for those. A lot of people want to argue that I should, but I don't. I never have. I've never had not 1 minute's problem out of these batteries so far. Knock on wood. And they've been running strong for over 2 years, these batteries have. Non-stop, once they was come on 2 years ago, they have not been shut off. This thing right here, when it was hung on the wall, it was turned on and it has not been shut off since. This thing here was added and this was added. So once this was added, it hasn't been shut off since. So, and we also have the EG4, like if the batteries do get low, I have the generator up there, and I have the EG4 Chargeverter. My generator is not big enough to push the whole 100 amps into this thing, but I do have it set at 50 amps. We hardly ever have to run, ours is a light flicker or something, I don't know if it caught it or not, but say this fan kicked on and got like a little bit of a light flicker. But this thing right here, it's solar, you definitely need one because like in the winter time, but we've only had to use it one time so far, and it'll charge the batteries in just a few hours. I don't let my batteries get down below, say 70%. If there's not enough sun, I'll fire the generator up. Of course, we're going to have to do it one time, and we're just now into the winter season, so we may have to run it 3 or 4 times this winter, but I mean, that's not bad. We run a tank of gas out of it, which is $15 once every 3-4 weeks, something like that, and that's just to top the batteries back off. And like I said, this thing has been flawless from Signature Solar. Every piece that you see except for this is from Signature Solar. And of course the electronics. This is big box store stuff. These are all QO breakers, QO load centers. There's still those people want to argue about the QO load centers, about DC rated. They are DC rated, yes they are, and I use them on everything. We've lived off grid for years now, and I've always used those, always, and I've never had a minute's problem out of them. As of this minute right now, knock on wood again, this thing is performed flawlessly. We've never shut it off. We've never had a problem with it. The batteries are performing exactly like they should. The inverter, I've never had a glitch in this inverter. But like I said, I don't use the connection between the inverter and the batteries. I don't use none of that stuff. I mean, honestly, there's nothing I can say bad about it. And as far as Signature Solar, I don't have anything negative to say about Signature Solar. I've always enjoyed working with them. Alright guys, as I said, this was just an update video on some of our solar stuff and how it works and how it's been performing since we put it up. I told a couple people I'd do kind of an update video on it, and we've been getting several requests on, like I said, on how it's working out for us, and how long our batteries last and stuff like that. And in all honesty, if I was to shut all the solar off coming in, the batteries would probably last, I'm gonna say 5-6 days, something like that, before you need to recharge them, I guess. Which is pretty good. I mean, no more than we run. And I mean, honestly, it may last 7 or 8 days, no more than we run, because we just run lights and TVs and internet and stuff like that. And whenever we need hot water, we kick the hot water heater on and let it run for a little while, which is also from Signature Solar. I don't think they sell those anymore, so I don't want to really advertise too much for those things, but that's where it come from. I did buy it from Signature Solar, and that's the most amazing water heater I believe I've ever seen. It's an air conditioner, heater, water heater, all the above. But anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, just an update on our solar system, how it's working, how it performs. No complaints whatsoever, none. Knock on wood one more time. This thing is running flawless, 24/7. Alright guys, if you haven't done so yet, please hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll keep you guys updated on the solar system, the updates to the solar system, the homestead. We're fixing to build a shed, fixing to build a shop. We got all kinds of stuff coming up. Just gotta wait for the weather permitting. So anyway, the battery upgrade should be coming in January, and we'll keep you informed on that one. On the next few videos, we'll let everybody know as we go, more progress with it. Anyway guys, see you on the next one.
Like, subscribe, watch another video. Bye.